It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in Week 7. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They're throwing it. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian Watson with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the 24. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Fields on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Packers will take over possession. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Bring it.
Now we're on the counter. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Here we go. Set.
Pass play now. This is reeled in by Reed. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Ready. Go.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Ready.
On first down, they'll run. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Set. Set, go.
2nd and 10 now. Reed's got it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Pass is caught at the 9. It's a Green Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Drive starts with an option, right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he found some running room for a nice gain.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3 now. First carry here for Braylon Allen. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Fields now on 3rd. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Man, great call by the defense there. They go to cover 2 for that play, and it's the free safety back there who makes the read and forces that turnover.
And that's who you want playing that cover 2, covering half the field, right? Those strong safeties near the line of scrimmage, a little more depth at playing the run. Free safeties, this is exactly what they want. They want to play that half, and when that ball is in their vicinity, go and take it away.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he can do like we just saw.
Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. They've got a man in motion. Goal to go. They're passing. Catch is made in close. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Set go. Huh.
Dropping back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go.
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Here we go.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They'll say he got 5 there, but Bronco, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go. Go.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
I'm sure Coach, a play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. And now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here we go, son.
3rd and long for him here. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders fighting back in shape. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going play action. Completed to his running back. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Packers. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers looking for a score before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
From midfield now. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running on first here with Jacobs. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Finally a rare win for them against this passing game, and a much-needed one to hopefully restore a little morale on that sidelines. 3 first-half touchdowns. They've been lit up like the 4th of July and really needed something that could be a foothold toward a little momentum before we get to halftime.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here we go.
Running back sent in motion.
Good night.
First down throw for Fields. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. The rookie from Georgia has it.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Ready.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Diving right side, got it! And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on first down. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. This is ahead for about 5. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Has this at the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Pitching it out to Dobbins. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, side.
Trying the right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Let's go now.
Jacobs running behind center. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Roll.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Here we go.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. He bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Drive starts with a carry by White. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Running on 2nd with White. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The return begins on their side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Check that. Let's go. Go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
There we go. Set. Take go.
Handoff now to the receiver. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st down, they'll run. Room to the right. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Ready?
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Packers football to start the 4th in what has been a one-sided game in their favor. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Set. Hot, go.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Back now, pressure on its way. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
A tight end in motion now. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers put up even more points in a win. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Packers continue piling onto this lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, a run for White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Play action, Fields. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
Fields out of the gun. This finds Evans, complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Don't jump. Ready? EQ. Right.
Here's the option give to White. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Here we go.
From midfield on 2nd down. Complete to Braylon Allen. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Here we we go, son.
In motion left is Evans.
Go.
From the 29. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down run from White. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Diving forward, and he makes the catch. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Out of the gun, White. Dukes out of one stop. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Takes off right out of the read option. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
An offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Raiders trying to do some window dressing.
Here we go, son. Sit high.
Fields on 3rd. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Here we go, son.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Ready up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They go counter. It's Jacobs. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
So this is a Packers win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week.